There is a moment, quiet, almost invisible, when two people stop performing for each other and simply exist together, and something about it just feels right. Not perfect, not dramatic, not like the movies promised. Just right. And that feeling, as ordinary as it sounds, is actually one of the rarest things a human being will ever experience. Most people spend years chasing the loud version of love, the butterflies, the grand gestures, the fireworks. But the couples who actually last, the ones who make it through decades and still reach for each other in a crowded room, they will tell you the same thing. It was never about the noise. It was about something far quieter, far deeper, and far more consistent. And there are 5 specific things that always happen between two people who are genuinely meant to be together. Not sometimes. Not in a few cases. Always. The first thing that happens is almost unsettling when you notice it for the first time. Two people who are meant to be together become inexplicably comfortable in silence. Not the kind of silence that fills a room with tension and unspoken words, but the kind that wraps around you like a blanket on a cold evening. Psychologists describe this as one of the most underrated signs of true compatibility. When you no longer feel the pressure to entertain, to fill every pause with conversation, or to perform for someone's approval, something in you exhales. Research in relationship psychology consistently shows that couples who can sit quietly together, in a car, on a couch, in the early hours of the morning, without discomfort or anxiety, are building a bond that operates on a much deeper frequency than surface attraction. It means the relationship has crossed from excitement into safety, and safety, experts say, is where love actually lives. The second thing that happens is that they start pushing each other to grow. Not because they are dissatisfied with who the other person is, but because they genuinely believe in who the other person is becoming. This is what psychologists call a growth-oriented dynamic, and it is far less common than people think. Many relationships operate on a principle of comfortable stagnation. Both people stay exactly as they are, because rocking the boat feels risky. But when two people are meant to be together, there is an unspoken agreement between them that says, I love who you are today, and I will love who you become tomorrow even more. Studies on long-term relationship satisfaction have found that couples who encourage each other's personal goals while maintaining emotional stability report significantly higher levels of happiness than those who simply coexist. The right person does not clip your wings. They remind you that you have them. The third thing that happens, and this one surprises people every single time, is that they argue, but they argue well. Not every couple that fights is broken, and not every couple that never raises their voice is healthy. What matters is not whether conflict exists, but what two people do with it. Renowned relationship researcher Dr. John Gottman spent decades studying couples, and found that how partners argue is one of the strongest predictors of whether a relationship survives or falls apart. Couples who are meant to be together listen to each other during disagreements. They fight the problem, not the person. They stay in the room even when every instinct is telling them to walk out. They do not weaponize each other's vulnerabilities. And when it is over, they come back to each other, not to keep score, but because they value the relationship more than they value being right. The fourth thing that happens is deeply personal and often goes unspoken. Two people who are meant for each other find that they can be completely honest. Not just about the surface things, but about the things they have never said out loud to anyone. The fears, the failures, the parts of themselves they have spent years hiding from the world. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that trust plays a central and irreplaceable role in sustaining fulfilling romantic relationships over time. But trust at this level is not just about fidelity. It is about psychological safety. The deep, unwavering certainty that you will not be mocked for your softness, dismissed for your struggles, or made to feel small for being human. When two people reach this level of openness with each other, something remarkable happens. They stop being lonely. Not because they are constantly together, but because they carry each other even when they are apart. The fifth thing that happens is the one most people overlook entirely, because it does not feel significant enough to mention. Two people who are meant to be together make each other laugh. Genuinely, freely, and often. Not the polite laughter of early dates, or the nervous laughter of trying to impress someone. Real laughter. The kind that catches you off guard at the wrong moment and refuses to stop. Researchers at the University of North Carolina found that shared laughter between couples creates a sense of closeness and mutual understanding that few other experiences can replicate. It is not about having the same sense of humor, though that certainly helps. It is about the ease of it. The fact that joy, between two people who belong together, does not have to be manufactured or performed. It simply shows up, reliably and warmly, like a light that never fully goes out. Here is what all 5 of these things have in common. They are not things you decide. They are things you discover. Nobody sits down and chooses to feel safe in silence, to grow alongside someone, to argue with grace, to be fully known, or to laugh without restraint. These things reveal themselves slowly, sometimes so slowly that you almost miss them. But when they are all present in one relationship, in one person who somehow fits into your life without force or pretending, that is not coincidence. That is not luck. That is 2 people exactly where they are supposed to be. If any of these 5 signs showed up in your relationship, drop a number in the comments, 1 for each sign you recognized. And if this made you think of someone specific, share it with them. Sometimes the right words find the right people at exactly the right time. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button because there is so much more where this came from. And if you have been here a while, you already know what to do. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and we will see you in the next one.